This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a portfolio to showcase your work, a store to sell your products and services, or a blog to share your ideas, Squarespace gives you everything you need to make your next move into a reality. Not to mention, with Squarespace's beautifully designed templates and customizable features, creating a beautiful website is a simple and intuitive process. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Simply add and arrange your content with but the click of a mouse, my dear boy. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code BANGBANG to get 10% off your first purchase.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Look, it would really help me out if you could give me your pinky toe. I'll make it up to you. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Hey, thanks to Mondo Mudbutt for that catchphrase submission.
Oh, boy.
Hey, who's this over here?
Hey, sorry, Mr. Aukerman. I just pass it through.
Oh,
just
wait.
You could move your feet. I just need to.
Sorry, is this
Swiffer under you there?
Sorry, Mike, right?
Yeah, it's Mike. I'm
Mike
a
the janitor.
Yes,
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'll just move my feet. Hey, I just started a show, so.
Sorry.
No problem.
Oh, I wish that I was told out in the front office there. They said, "Hey, just interrupt whenever the show doesn't seem to be entertaining."
No, that's not an actual rule. Although
I will show myself out.
Some would maybe say it's an unwritten rule. No, don't show yourself out. You can hang out here.
I'll work in the corner.
Okay.
While you talk to
that's you in the corner.
That's me in the corner.
Right. Okay. Let me just introduce the show because new listeners may not know what they're listening to.
Oh, that's you in the spotlight.
That's right. Welcome to the show, Comedy Bang Bang. Scott Aukerman here. It's September, Labor Day. As of this recording, missiles are flying overhead all over the world. If humanity is to end, let this podcast serve as humanity's final testament.
Sorry, Mr. Aukerman?
Yep, yes.
What was that about missiles?
As we're recording this, missiles are flying overhead.
Anything I need to worry about?
No, you're good. Just complete your duties, please. Yes. Want to welcome you to the show. This is Comedy Bang Bang, the show where we... Is it speak or is it we talk? I think it's speak. The show where we speak... No, it's talk. Okay, the show where we talk to interesting people. Isn't that great? That's our new catchphrase this year. I think forever, actually, because it perfectly encapsulates the show. It boils it down. It reduces it to its essence. The show where we talk to interesting people. Wouldn't you want to listen to a show like that if you were just flipping through podcasts? If you were on the old Apple Podcast app or Stitcher Premium or something like that, wouldn't you go, hey, the show where they talk to interesting people? Anyway, speaking of the show where we talk to interesting people, some interesting people gave me an award last week. The Academy of Podcasters called Comedy Bang Bang Best Comedy Podcast of 2017. Wow, 2017 isn't even over yet. And I've already won this. This is amazing. I wish it was best podcast where they talk to interesting people, but I'll take best comedy podcast. The trophy, by the way, in the shape of a microphone, which is very confusing for a podcaster because I don't know whether to talk into this thing or put it on my mantle.
Hey, I don't mean to be weird about this, but...
What's up?
Is this the first time
it's one of our interesting people.
Pretty interesting.
So far.
Is this the first time you've won this award?
I won it a couple years ago as well.
Oh, what year was that?
2015, maybe?
Yeah. I just want to mention that, like, I don't actually know if I've been on yet in 2017, so...
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
I don't actually feel like this award makes any sense.
Yeah, well, you were on in 2015.
Definitely.
So,
at least once. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so that one makes sense, but, and we'll introduce you in a second, certainly. That melodious voice that you hear, she's been on the show in 2015 and 2016 and probably not at all during 2017, thereby invalidating this award, but we're going to try to win it next year with this episode in particular. By the way, it's Labor Day. I hope you're enjoying your drive or your day off, your drive back to the city. If you're listening to this the day after Labor Day. And so let's get to our next guest. Perfect segue. In fact, we have a gruesome twosome, some would say.
Yep, pretty disgusting.
So gross.
Oozy.
Ugh.
They are two people, primarily, two human beings, carbon-based life forms made up primarily of water.
For the most part.
They
But
are.
we have hair.
You do have hair. Oh, I would. They're always talking about human beings are made up of 72% water, something like that. What percentage is hair? It's for some people. I bet it would be the remaining 28.
I think you're talking about Moshe Kasher.
Oh, I see.
Just naming hairy people.
That's shots fired at Moshe Kasher.
No, I think he's like into it. It's part of his brand.
Oh,
Harry,
he is.
shots fired.
They are also
Greatest
comedians.
Cubs announcer. Sorry.
They have podcasts of their very own. They host a show here in Los Angeles weekly, at least once a week, if not exactly on the week. And wouldn't that be, what if you did one every 8 days? It would be tough to get the slot, wouldn't it? It would be like, hey, no, this week it's Wednesday. They are going on tour. They're going on tour starting September 20th, which I believe is but a couple weeks away. So get those tickets right now. It's called the Back to Back Tour, where they will be performing simultaneously on stage.
Facing two audiences.
Facing
and you
two.
have to pick when you come in
You have
It's
to pick
like
a
the-
side.
who you want to
Yeah.
see. And there's
Pick
a plexiglass
a side.
divider between us that's been
It's almost like going
soundproofed.
to a wedding where it's like you have to pick the bride side or the groom side.
That's exactly what it's
At
like.
every wedding
Right.
that there should be.
But in our case, it's two grooms.
Yeah. Just a dash of bride.
Just two brides.
Just like a.
Are you guys, and we'll get to introducing you in a second, but are you guys alternating sentences? How does this work out? By the way, Cameron Esposito and Rhea Butcher are here. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming
Scott?
back to the show.
See, that's how we're going to do
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna do it like
Rhea
that.
says most of the sentence. Wait a second.
You tag it?
Look in her eyes.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Finish it.
We're going to go on tour. It's going to be really...
Divorce oriented.
Divorce oriented. So this is going to ruin your relationship. By the way, and I don't mean to tell tales out of school here.
This is in school? I thought we were in school.
I don't even know if your personal life is anyone's business, but I will say that you guys are in a relationship and a committed one at that. And in fact, holy matrimony.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird that you bring that up since we keep our relationship super private and kind of secret. I mean, I just think it's like, I wouldn't sell it to any streaming service. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not a streaming service that could pay me enough to sort of like replicate and represent my marriage on
And then
that.
to go out of business?
Yeah, like I couldn't. They couldn't pay me enough because they'd go out of business. Is what I'm trying to say.
Do you think that you took down CISO? By the way, Cameron is referring to the show Take My Wife, possibly the final show ever produced for the network CISO.
Oh my
Do you think that it was your show that tanked this network?
Well, I mean, we did ask for. First of all, like our diversity numbers are amazing in terms of like race,
In your paycheck?
and age, and who is LGBTQ in the cast. But that's not what we were communicating to CISO about. Our stuff was like, we want not a trailer, but 2 personal yachts
2 personal yachts
But
to go
dry
side by
docked.
side?
Yeah, dry docked.
Oh, okay.
Just,
in Los Feliz,
Right.
and we want to live on those. And
Wow. And you guys already have a place, but you just wanted to live
We just
during
wanted
production.
that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just wanted
Our
it.
house is for our dog. You know what I mean? We need
Yeah.
a place for us to live.
Yeah. Exactly. Cam and Rhea are here. Hello.
Rhea, do you think we tanked the network?
Come on, you can say anything now. They're out of business. You can
yeah,
say,
sure. That's what I think.
Mike, do you mind cleaning up over in that corner, by the way?
What's that?
Do you mind,
What's that, Mr. Aukerman?
Do you mind cleaning up over there?
By these 2 ladies here?
Yeah, these two, yeah.
All right. Hello there. How you do? Mike the janitor.
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
Mind lifting your feet?
Oh, sure.
Thank you very much.
Why is there so much?
Sorry.
Why is
Works
there
the
so much
abs.
trash under people's feet?
I don't know. I would assume it's your guests. They unwrap a lot of things and just leave the litter at their feet.
Yeah,
I thought this
is
was like a baseball game. I brought peanuts, so I've just been sort of
Yeah.
dusting them around. I'm
It's-
not one of those weirdos that eats them with the shell.
Speaking of
understand.
which,
You don't
and
know what
this
you're
is
missing.
this is just a moment
Intestinal
where I'm
blockage.
gonna
That's what I'm
speak-
missing.
I'm just going to speak frankly to friends here and
Please.
leave this kind of sarcastic silliness to the side. Rhea and I went to a Dodger game the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we were sitting behind somebody. It was a couple, straight couple. So already it was hard to look at them.
Don't be so judgy.
And
You don't like looking at straight couples.
I do not.
It makes life difficult.
So straight couple sitting in front of us, and the
Because
guy,
if you had your way, the entire world would be gay. It would be easier, wouldn't it?
it would be so much easier.
Because you just kind of turn to
I
your
get
left.
it. You're gay.
Yes.
All right.
That's, by the way, my
I pieced
epitaph.
it together.
That's my.
By the way, we're going to be
my
selling.
epitaph.
We're going to be selling
You
"I
guys
Get It,
did-
You're Gay" T-shirts in the Earwolf store. So check those out.
Okay, so there was a gentleman and a lady in front of us. They were straight, is what I'm saying. They were in a relationship with each other.
We get
you
it. They're
All right,
straight.
yeah. So the
Are you
guy,
sure? Were they kissing? How did you know?
arms around each other and kissing? Yes.
Kiss cam?
There was no kiss cam.
They didn't kiss her.
But I hate that they don't ever show me on the kiss cam, because
Well,
then
they've
I
never
could
shown-
turn to Rhea and say, "Excuse me, kiss cam."
Right.
And
right.
and that
I think
hasn't-
didn't I make that joke of every time you guys go to a game that it's always a kiss cam.
Yeah, Scott, you made the
Yep.
joke. Okay, it's just my name.
Well, I mean,
Jesus
your name or not, I
fucking Christ.
came up with the joke.
I think I previously had come up with the joke. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
sure. No, great minds
I mean,
think
she's
alike.
had this name all her life, so chances are.
Just chances are, yeah. Thank you,
The
Mike.
kiss
Thank you,
cam has
Mike.
been around
It's
for
like
quite some time.
when you don't get convicted of something and you're like, "Oh, I guess I got off.
Right.
Aukerman free."
That's true. I am proud
You
to not
always-
have come up with that joke.
You always say that. No, what
So
I'm
why did you bring up these straight people?
Because they were sitting in front of us, and the guy was eating
Yeah.
peanuts in the shell, not spitting out the shell, swallowing the shell, eating the whole shell.
thing.
What a disgusting
I don't
person.
understand.
Now
why you
hold
did
on a
it.
second. I eat the peanuts in the shell. I eat
What?
everything. I eat everything with its natural wrapper on. I eat bananas.
Really?
Just chew right through the skin.
about grapefruit?
Right through the
Pineapple?
peel. Grapefruit, absolutely.
Pineapple.
Pineapple is tricky, but it's worth it.
Porcupine?
I've never eaten a porcupine.
Why not?
But I wouldn't say no. If someone offered it to me, I wouldn't be rude. I'd
Quills
say-
and all?
Quills and all. Well, you know,
Just
when
like both Guardians of the Galaxy
when they're
films?
not
Yeah.
when the porcupine is not confronted, the quills are not standing up, so it's
That's
a little
true.
easier to eat them.
That's true. I like those cartoons where they like pretend to comb their hair. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
their,
Which
you know,
cartoons are those, sir?
you know those porcupine cartoons? I know, I've seen these. It's in my brain where they just go sort of like
Oh,
a greaser.
If it's in your brain, it must be a true thing.
It's like those, hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later.
Are you thinking of The Simpsons?
I may be. Hey, that's a shirt. I think you're thinking of the Simpsons episode.
I just want to ask a question to the room.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, what do you think is your public responsibility in the moment where you're sitting behind a couple and clearly they're younger than you
Yeah.
and maybe freshly in love, and because of the like inherent sexism in our culture, like the woman doesn't necessarily step up to go like, "Excuse me, sweetie, don't eat the whole shell."
Although, wouldn't you say he has agency over his own body and can do whatever the fuck he wants?
I
but
mean, yes,
if
I
you-
would,
If you
but
care about people and they're doing self-harm, you want to step in because you care about them.
Is
Now,
it self-harm, though?
I think it.
Well-
Well, we looked it up, and it did say Rhea looked it up. Rhea Googled,
I did.
what happens if you eat peanuts in the shell, and it literally just
The
came
Google
up.
response was intestinal
Intestinal
blockage.
blockage.
Wow.
It depends. Not,
Severe.
Just 2 words.
not everybody has the intestines to eat peanuts in the shell. I've been blessed
Sure.
with an extremely strong
Yeah, what's going on with your
gastrointestinal
intestines?
tract. They're rock solid, old iron sides.
Wait, they're just solid?
No, well, the walls are solid.
Right.
So I can
The
just-
middle, clean as a whistle.
I can push anything through there. That's why I eat the way I eat. I don't like to waste things.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, no
Because-
mess.
No mess.
Also,
That's
no
right.
stress.
Eat the whole thing.
No stress, no mess. I said it and forget it. Now, dear, let me ask you a question. She was not, the lady in this heterosexual couple, she was not eating the peanuts in the shells. Was she eating peanuts?
Nope.
She was not eating peanuts.
She was just sitting next to a guy who was shoving full peanuts in his mouth.
Was he
and
shoving
eating the
or
whole
was he
thing.
placing them? I feel like
He was-
I feel
he
like
was
you're
eating-
exaggerating this a little bit.
Rhea, have I ever exaggerated one thing my entire fucking life?
No.
See?
No.
Is it possible that this man was street magician David Blaine?
Performing a wonderful street magic trick.
He's just keeping limber by doing some baseball seat magic tricks that anyone can do sitting in a baseball seat.
That is possible.
They call them baseball
That's
seats,
possible.
Oh, yeah, baseball seats.
right? Okay, baseball seats.
I got some tickets for some baseball seats.
What if it's a Jack Sprat situation where all he can do is eat a whole peanut and she can eat no peanuts at all?
That's possible.
Yeah. Like a gift of the Magi.
Can I ask you, in the magic
Oh,
Well, I don't
Henry.
think. Do you think she sold her ability to eat
She
peanuts?
sold her peanuts. I don't know how this works.
To buy him the ability to eat peanuts.
So in the magic
With the
trick
shot?
version of this,
Yeah.
you know, because there's always like a magician's secret way that they're doing
and
it,
to
right?
be fair, they prefer the term illusion.
Okay, yeah. Yes, right. Do you think, like, what's going on here? He swallowed a condom or something?
Here's what I think.
And all of the peanuts are sort of stacking up in his esophagus?
That seems more like a smuggling trick than a magic trick. I'm going to say this guy is not eating peanut one. He is making it appear as if he is eating a bag
He's
of peanuts.
palming
but he's
them.
just palming the one peanut over and over again.
And he's like
A
throwing it
peanut
over his
appearance.
shoulder.
I like it.
That actually would make the zeal with which he was eating the full peanut make a lot of sense because he was selling it.
He was really showing it off. Like,
I think every seat in any public place should have sort of like when you go onto those new planes and you're in first class and you can get the walls.
oh, fancy.
The walls that go up so no one can. I think every seat everywhere should have one
Talking
of
about
those.
like Emirates.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
on an Emirates flight.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston's favorite airline?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, I
Good
went
old
to
Jen.
I went to a show the other night, and the guy in front of me was very violently air drumming the entire show in between pretending to conduct the
Was this
orchestra.
the Brian Ferry show at the Bowl?
Yeah, that was-
Oh,
did you
boy,
go to this?
I saw that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Roxy music.
Really, do you?
I love Roxy music.
Yeah, I
don't
mean-
know, something about it. It's pop, but it's elegant. It puts me in a dream state. You know, I
Right?
like.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I guess I never figured you for that.
Oh,
kind of thing.
I love Roxy music. I love Alan Parsons Project.
You're such a coarse guy, just like a working class guy.
It's just
I
the way.
thought.
Don't forget, I used to be a Harvard professor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. One thing about Mike the Janitor, if you've never heard one of his previous episodes,
and why would you? I mean, I'm just a
Sure.
I'm just a humble janitor. What I do is I clean up other people's filth, and the only thing I ask in return is a paycheck. That's all.
and a fair paycheck with benefits.
A fair paycheck. Benefits out the ass, if I may.
Well, you got the colon for it.
And you used to be a
I've
Harvard,
eaten every contract I've ever signed.
you used to be a Harvard professor. What did you teach?
Well, I taught mathematics at
yeah.
Harvard.
We call it math here in the States sometimes.
Oh yeah, because
Let me
you're not
ask
a
you a
professor.
question. When you were at Harvard, did you ever go to like the basement of Widener Library and see if Joe Pesci was down there?
Every single day.
Was he
Not
ever
one
down
time?
there?
One time he was down there.
One time. Wow.
He was like, and he said, I've been here all day. I was just waiting to see if anyone was going to look. And
And you did.
I
Wow.
did. We had a good laugh over it.
I enjoy that movie with honors because at some
What's
point, at some point, one of the characters says, "Hey, we better get a move on, or else we're going to graduate without honors." Like those are the
Is that true?
yeah, those are the stakes of that movie: either graduating without honors or with honors.
Oh, man.
very
They're
high stakes.
Seems very simple.
Very high.
But you know what? That's not the greatest line in a movie ever.
What's that?
Clearly, because the greatest line in a movie ever is in the movie Girls Trip, still currently in theaters, and that is when Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah are standing next to each
yes.
other, alone in the frame, and Tiffany Haddish is sort of walking out of frame, and she says, like, a party, like, hey, by the way, we better go set it off. And then Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah, having starred in the movie Set It Off, turn to each other alone in the frame, make eye contact, and shake their head one time.
One time, by the way, because two would be too much.
Now,
Two-
this is the greatest line in cinema history.
It is because I think what it's trying to say is that these characters have a self-awareness of a space-time continuum,
Exactly.
a tear in the space-time continuum.
But
they
now-
reside within a universe where the Set It Off film exists, and they're constantly being referenced of like, you look exactly like those guys, and
Yeah.
they've grown up friends.
Well, is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that these people, they know that they were in the Set It Off world and now they're in the Girls Trip world?
I don't
they've
know.
jumped
There's
bodies?
so many options. That's
Maybe
what
they
makes
exist.
it so
They
exciting.
exist in all universes. So maybe if you ever see like a Mission Impossible movie, the Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith people, they're just out of frame.
Yeah, they're in every movie. They're just
in
out of frame.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. And if it would ever cut to them, we would get a chance to see them shake their head once and then go about their
In every
business.
movie.
In every movie. I think
movie.
this happens in a lot of movies. If you recall in The Godfather, where Marlon Brando says, "I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse," then he looks at the camera and he kind of winks like, "We know this is going to be a big deal. Like people are going to be saying this for 40 years on, 50 years. You know, it happens all the time."
Oh,
Yes,
see, I thought the wink was he was saying they can't refuse the offer because it's not really an offer because we're threatening to kill the guy.
Well, a lot of people misconstrued it as a wink of like, "Hey, I'm a gangster. I'm not
Right.
really making an
That's
offer."
how I took it.
No. It's purely a, "Hey, look, I know I'm saying something that's going to be famous" type of wink.
I'm not savvy about the cinema, I guess.
Well, I was going to say celluloid. What am I trying to say?
Celluloid heroes, the Kinks.
Yep.
Don't step on Mickey
Wish I
Rooney.
could fly like Superman. So, guys, tell me about this tour because, and Mike, I know that you're not going on tour. I don't think, unless you're cleaning up after these guys. Are you going out on tour?
No, this is not a tour that I'm cleaning up after. I have cleaned up after several tours.
Which tours have you? Because you're very knowledgeable about music.
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Do you mean Garth
No.
Brooks?
What now, Mr. Aukerman? They were two different people.
Oh, okay. I'm so
It was
sorry.
Garth Brooks, the country star, and then there was Chris Gaines, the pop star.
The alternative pop star, of course.
right.
So he had a kind of a soul patch.
Yeah, he had a
which
little soul patch,
let
like
you know
all
that he
the
was alternative.
All the
We
alternative.
just watched
You know,
the,
you're
the
not
behind
going
the
to believe
music.
this.
What's that?
Yeah,
Chris
with our
Gaines.
friend Tawny, we
Yeah.
just watched like a week ago the behind the music for Chris Gaines. It's
Did you see me?
1 hour long. Are you in it?
I'm in the background of several shots.
No, I
Just off screen, winking whenever.
No, I'm on.
Chris
I'm
Gaines
fully
said,
on
"Set it off."
screen, but I am winking.
Okay, good.
What's amazing about Chris Gaines?
I'm sorry. I had something in my eye.
Well,
it turns out I had conjunctivitis, and I
just-
should have gone to the doctor way before I did.
Pink eye, as it's more commonly known.
That's right. I didn't want to gross anybody out.
oh no, I mean that makes a lot of sense. You're around a lot of different types of stuff. You know, you're
Yeah,
in a
but
chair, like
poop and stuff.
And I'm constantly rubbing my eyes.
Yeah, you. I mean, I can see it now.
I'm tired.
Can you even see me?
I can make you out.
Okay.
I can see shapes good.
By the way, while they're talking, could you just straighten up just a little
sorry,
bit?
Mr.
Oh,
Rockman.
yeah,
I
thanks,
do
that'd be great.
apologize.
Like we're not paying you
I do
to just kind
apologize,
of
Mr.
sit here.
No,
on
of course
mic.
not, Mr. Rockman. Of course not,
Okay,
Mr. Rockman.
thank
So
you.
if you were in the Chris Gaines behind the music, then you know that a large plot point of the Chris Gaines behind the music is that
It's not a plot point because it's life.
it's
oh yeah, you're
a plot
right.
point is something that's written out beforehand and
That's
is
a great point.
fiction. You know.
Yeah,
it
is
couldn't
that
be a plot
when
point.
he
He's
was
a real
younger,
person.
he looked really different and not like Garth Brooks at all. But then he
I
was
mean, I
in
don't
a
think he looks like Garth Brooks at all.
facially
period, but-
disfiguring accident.
Oh right.
That's right.
Chris Gaines was in an accident, like a Mark Hamill kind of accident. that
He
kinda, yeah.
ran his cherry red Corvette off the road
Yeah.
on Mulholland Drive.
on Mulholland.
this is exactly what Mark Hamill did.
and he was in a facial.
He went inside that tube in Empire Strikes Back.
That's right.
yeah.
Made his face look different.
Yep.
The door of the car, they had it in the tour bus hanging over the bed.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Tell me about this tour. You guys are going out on tour. Mike is not cleaning up after you. So, do you suggest people clean up after themselves? They should take their trash out to the lobby, or what do you think people should do on this show?
Yeah, I mean, I say let's all go to the lobby.
So you're accompanying them to the lobby as they throw away their trash.
Yeah, I mean that's really where the show is.
Is that a big plot point in your show?
It's real life. Not a plot point.
Yeah, I mean, we do say let's all go to the lobby. I wear a very elaborate kind of popcorn suit to do it, and Rhea's this very fizzy soda.
But it's not like a box of popcorn. It's like one kernel of popcorn, these suits.
Well,
She has a
one
box of popcorn with human legs on the bottom,
Right.
right?
Well, where do your legs go?
No,
So wait, you're using Rhea's legs during this show? Well, this is a very confusing show. I gotta say, you guys got to work on crafting your message, because if you want to sell anything, and let's be honest, everything in life is a commercial. This show, anything you look at.
Oh, it's very cynical, Mr. Rockman.
I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel, Mike. You got to work on crafting your message so people know exactly what to. There's the sizzle and the steak, and you guys got to get better at the sizzle. You're wonderful at the steak. The steak is your act.
yeah, sure,
But the
yeah.
sizzle, you got to get good at the sizzle.
So let's break this down. Popcorn costume. It is the old-fashioned cardboard box of popcorn with, you can see visible popcorn on the top.
And invisible popcorn also on the top.
Yes, there's invisible popcorn reaching up to the ceiling. Where are the eyeballs on the popcorn?
No
Is it on
eyeballs.
the box?
No eyeballs at all.
What?
No eyes.
I told
no eyes
you
on the
to put
fictional.
the eyeballs in the opening of each P in pop.
When you talk about eyeballs, you're talking about the
I
fictional
cannot believe
popcorn
you didn't put the
characters'
order in
eyeballs.
properly
When
for
you-
the costume.
In the costume.
calm down.
In the costume, of course, there's a obviously let's put the cards on the table. What we're referring to is the classic let's all go to the lobby before the movie
Yeah.
where the food begs you to eat it. And
right.
so they do a little dance to appease you, their terrible god.
Its only purpose in life
Its
is to
only
be
purpose
eaten.
in life is to be eaten, and it's this anthropomorphic food, and it's got a face. They all got a face. The hot dog, the soda, the popcorn.
And the eyes, the eyeballs are usually on the actual box in that. And
Oftentimes. That's
I
what I
believe
wanna
the
know.
popcorn acts as the hair.
Wow. I mean, I guess we just look at different stuff. I'm pretty leg focused.
28% of the
I guess.
body.
You
Well,
know
of
what I
course
mean?
they have
I'm
legs.
always like, when I see that popcorn.
Little cat call at the popcorn legs.
What are you looking at, the butt or the?
She likes a square butt.
I like a nice square butt.
Hey, to each his own.
Well, you know, the thing about this, you guys, the thing about this tour, besides our elaborate costuming, is just, you know, we haven't been out on the road in a bus together
So you guys are going on a bus.
ever.
Are
Yeah.
you going on a tour bus, or are you just going to the bus station every city you go
Go
to?
to the bus
No, that's a
station
great
every
question.
city.
It is our bus. It's a tour bus. Yeah, that's a good question.
So you guys are
Actually,
not.
we've rented a city bus as the tour bus. It's just a city bus from here, Los Angeles. We painted 2525 on the top, which, as you know, is the number of the bus and speed.
Right. And
Oh, she left.
Important plot point of the movie Speed. The
Why-
number on the top of the bus is 2525.
can I ask, why do you guys need a bus? There's two of you.
Ooh, pop quiz. Why do you need a bus?
That's
Hot
a great,
shot.
Hot shot.
that's a great question. We will be traveling with our 9-pound dog. Obviously,
He requested the bus.
can't put him on a
I
plane.
mean, do
That'd be
cars not have
ridiculous.
back seats anymore?
Listen,
Like, why the bus and not a car? That's what I'm trying to break down here.
I think I know why, but I want you to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea, do you want to?
No, I don't have any answers.
You don't have an
Anything.
answer? I have an
No.
answer.
Yeah.
We're stars.
Oh.
That's not what I was going to say. I'm
We're
not
stars.
disputing that. I'm saying I believe it's so they can sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We got to sleep on the bus.
So they can travel and sleep at the same
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Which you could do with a car, but good luck.
I
It's more difficult.
With these self-driving cars these days, only one person has died in one. Those are great odds.
I like those odds.
Yeah, we're going in a tour bus, and you know what's I think unusual about this? The two of us. There's a driver, but then there's also a tour manager.
Okay.
Somebody that we've interviewed,
Sure.
who has decided with their life to be alone on a bus with just a married couple and their dog.
Right.
And I just want to early hats off to this person.
Yeah. Do you know you've not met this person
We've
personally?
only phone met them. Yeah, we
Right,
have not
yeah.
human met them.
And you guys are not going to be able to sleep together. You guys are going to be in these little individual bunks. So
That's not true. That's not
really?
true.
Wrong, Mr. Aukerman.
Are you going to be in the one in the back?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that one in the
The
back
one
with
in the
that
back.
big bed.
Okay.
But this person, this tour manager, they get 8 bunks to themselves.
Yeah. It's a big expense for a tour with not a lot of overhead. But hey, if that's where you want the money to go, God bless you.
Scott, you think this bus is a big expense? I think this is.
It might be. A bus for 2 people is I mean, usually when you do
It's
a
a bus built for two.
it's like for equipment and for the
You
entire
think this
band.
is like
and-
living a little bit too high on the hog? You think
You
that-
might be. I don't know. It
Okay.
sounds fun though.
That's interesting.
Is it a short bus?
Yeah,
Regular
you guys
size
traveling
bus.
around the
Regular
bus.
size. Regular
Regular
size.
size.
Okay.
So you're
Not
just going to
the
come in
big
here and
bus.
say that you think that we're like overspending on luxury?
I don't even know if a bus is luxury.
No, I think it is definitely
I don't know
luxury.
that you could really pay me to go travel around on a bus.
Let me tell you something. These tour buses, they're very nice. Mr. Gaines had a beautiful bus.
Really?
Yes,
Was
absolutely.
Tell me about cleaning that.
Well, let's see. There was a lot of, I remember a lot of discarded tubes of mascara.
At least a couple of wigs, right?
Well, we didn't know they were wigs at the time.
Was this a Bret
Mr. Gaines would
Michaels
always explain, I just
situation?
got another haircut.
Where I
But
fully
it's
cut all
longer
the
this
hair
That's right.
off my head.
That's correct.
Do you think that Chris Gaines thing was just because Garth Brooks just wanted to have hair for like a year? And it was like a Jason Alexander thing where everyone would have made fun of him.
Can we turn off the mics for a second?
Oh, yeah, let's turn off the mics. Let's turn off these mics, please. Thank you.
This,
All
Mr.
right, these are
Aukerman,
off.
it's very difficult for me to contradict the Chris Gaines thing because I signed a contract. So to this day, I have to maintain that they were two different people.
You signed an NDA for life?
Yes, I did.
Oh man, I have the worst news.
What's that?
That conversation was broadcast on CNN. We didn't turn the mics off at all.
So not only
Wait.
did you not turn off the mics,
Cameron, you're in
But-
charge of turning off the mics. I told you that before we started
this
this
has
show.
already been broadcast at CNN?
Yeah, CNN, the Chris Gaines News Network.
CGNN.
Oh, they dropped the G.
Is CGI in the movies? Does that stand for Chris Gaines Initiative? Did he
The
like
Chris Gaines
Yeah.
Initiative,
Did,
yeah.
did he invent CGI?
Listen.
Now we're getting to it.
When the Chris Gaines phenomenon was sweeping the nation,
I remember this.
Chris
Wait,
Gaines,
were you sweeping the
The nation as well.
I was sweeping up after the nation.
Okay, got it.
Mr. Gaines said, I love movies. Here's what I would like. I wish the special effects would get better.
Would just be slightly
I
better.
wish they was slightly better.
And
I
I
don't
know-
like practical models.
Did you say, hey, this movie Jurassic Park is right around the corner here? What if
Yeah,
we...
I hear there's a movie in the offing involving dinosaurs. They could go the Godzilla route, or
I know
they could
that-
follow the Chris Gaines Initiative.
Yeah, they were trying to go the stop motion route for a little
Yeah,
bit.
the Harryhausen.
Yeah. The patented Harryhausen.
Plus, as you guys know, early CGI, early movies that heavily used CGI were mostly morphing technology based.
That's right.
Where they, like Michael Jackson's black and
The
white
black and white video.
Yeah.
Sure, we all remember
or
the black and white
Terminator
video.
2, right? And I mean, actually, that makes a lot of sense to me. If he was involved in sort of like a morphing technology sort of a thing, was Garth Brooks halfway to morphing?
Oh, did he
into a
morph into
different
Chris
person?
Gaines?
I don't know why we're talking about Garth Brooks
And
all of a
then
sudden
cut
when we
off.
were talking about Chris Gaines.
Two totally different people.
So wait, so you think...
I think they have similar voices, just simply on that.
You
side.
think
That
Chris...
observation has been made before.
Okay.
So you think Chris Gaines is the midway morph
That's right.
between Garth Brooks and a completely different person? Who would that be?
I want to know this
Like
third
a
person.
Cornell or-
different person? Yeah. No,
Chris Cornell? Like Chris Gaines is the midway point between Cornell
I think
and
we
Garth?
know the answer to this. Who has the blackest hair in music?
Snow White.
She's the fairest one of all. Not just specifically.
Are we doing the fairy tale?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Who does have the black?
Ask about the lips.
Marilyn Manson? Who are we talking about?
Well, I don't know. I thought you guys would know.
Who
Wait,
is
you're asking a question who has the
you
blackest hair in music and you don't know the answer?
Look, sometimes the detective just asks the questions.
Oh,
And
yes.
then the
this is
people-
A real Columbo.
A big part of detecting is asking questions.
Yeah.
Who do you think killed this guy?
Hey, did you kill this guy? Please say yes.
No? You got any ideas?
Here you are acting
Just
as if
asking
this is a
questions.
crummy way to detect, but if you watch literally any detective show, that's
true.
all they do.
You got,
Hey,
look at a Lenny
what do you know
Briscoe.
about your
That's right.
neighbor?
Gong gong.
Yeah.
If you watch any episode of Jeopardy, that's all they do, too.
That's exactly right.
I never thought of that show as all detectives.
Yep, that's right. Have you not noticed that? Anytime Alex Trebek goes over and asks someone's occupation, they're all detectives.
That's right. I guess I never noticed. I zone out during that part.
Yeah, most people fast
I
forward
go make
through
a
it.
sandwich. Anyway, the answer to your question, Marilyn Manson, of course, the person who has the blackest hair in show business. Right. Best staying the record previously held by Robert Smith.
That's right. And that guy who lives in Los Feliz. Who is that?
Danzig?
Yeah.
Glenn Danzig? Yeah, I guess so.
He's going a little natural. I think he's letting some gray come in.
I think anytime you're watching TV, people have to know this. Anytime you're watching TV, I would say,
I
what
did live in
percentage?
Los Feliz.
What percentage? 95% of the people you're watching on TV are dyeing their hair. Like, they have completely gray
Oh
hair.
my God. I'm so glad you brought this up.
Don't you think?
I love this.
I
I think
first
this
of all,
is fascinating.
Amy Poehler and I once talked about when she was appearing on the Comedy Bang Bang TV show that if you just watch,
Should I sweep up this name you just dropped?
I
That's
didn't
a
want to.
fun
I didn't
rib.
want to say this as if it's my own idea.
It's
without
just gentle
crediting
ribbing,
her.
Mr. Aukerman. Just gentle ribbing.
Thank you. You're not fired yet.
Thank you, Mr. Aukerman.
But you're on.
Thank you very much.
Be nice.
Understood, sir.
Much like Jon Snow being chased by the White Walkers.
Oh, you better get to like kind of a little land area in the middle.
And
For a
sweep up
little
that
bit.
name. But as she mentioned, anytime you watch TV, just imagine that someone's sides are right there, either under wherever they're sitting or like just off camera somewhere. Like every scene that's ever been filmed of any TV show or movie, someone's sides are just out of frame. Sides are the person's scripts that are reprinted in tiny form so they can reference their lines in between takes.
How tiny are we talking here?
Gosh, I wish I knew the dimensions. They're not
Like Lilliput? Like that?
No. They're not tiny as in you need a microphone.
No, we're talking like
microphone.
it's a quarter of a page.
I'm staring at my award.
4 by
Be
6
back
and a
to pick
half.
you up a little later.
Quarter of a page. 4 by 5 and a
You're
half.
thinking of The Simpsons.
Or if you're Marlon Brando, those sides are taped on women in the scenes.
That's
that you're
right.
in. So,
Only women, though.
only women.
But
They're the only objects in the room.
But every single person, like if you're watching NCIS, they're all like 50 or 60 years old, and they all have just like the most brown hair that you've ever seen. No one's ever like graying at the temples or anything, just like completely
What
brown
does
hair.
NCIS stand for?
Well, you got naval,
Computer.
Chris.
Investigation.
Initiative.
Services!
What is it? Naval Criminal
Criminal.
Investigation Services.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's always important when it has the word services in it, I feel like.
By the way, the Navy is the most corrupt of all of our military institutions
Yay.
because
So?
there's so much crime in there that they've been able to film 200 episodes of this thing.
Do you think it's always sailors committing the crimes?
Always. Anytime
The
like Mark
open
Harmon is on
seas.
there asking questions, as all
Right.
detectives do, it's just like, do you think a sailor did
It's
this?
never a fish.
No, I don't know. You think that he should go interview some of the
What about a swordfish? It has a murder weapon right on
Right
its
there.
face.
That's true.
Hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead shark and hammer
They
somebody's
never
head.
go for hammerhead sharks for break-ins. Come on.
I do think that it's really important that you brought some attention to the hair that is dyed on television because so often we talk about how unrealistic it is the way that women age in Hollywood.
Right.
Like they just get skinnier and skinnier and their faces
that
are
crazy?
propped
Like-
up. But I think we
Yeah,
don't
they
spend
just
enough
disappear.
time talking about how men never go gray.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like in the real world, yeah, they do.
on the real world,
On the real
remember,
world,
TV.
on the real world,
yeah.
it's when
everyone.
people with gray hair
That's right.
are picked
Mm-hmm.
to live in a house.
Why don't they do an elderly real world?
That would be. I would
we've
watch
seen
that.
the young people
We've
in
seen
that.
the young people. They always get together.
Yeah.
They fuck on the first night. It's like let's watch the real world with the elderly people where they all like go to bed at 5, and I'd watch
Hey,
that.
you don't think these elderly
You know-
people are getting with each other? Come
That's
on.
true.
I
Hey,
also think they could just use the same title, but a slightly different inflection. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be the real world; it'd be like the real world.
that's true.
Because like
I guess
we're all gonna die.
I don't read the inflection
Sad.
instructions on my TV all the time. But
Oh, you should.
You should.
Always check all your
You
settings.
should dig into that.
do you think NCIS, like when they're running out of gas, when it's like Mark Harmon's like, look, I'll just do one final season. That final season, I think that he should try to incorporate in every episode him asking a fish whether they'd seen anything suspicious.
Oh,
the
he's
fish-
asking the fish as an eyewitness.
Yeah, you see anything suspicious going around here? Just one scene every episode of him like crouching down on a pier and like sort of waving at a fish
Oh,
and asking them
that's.
questions.
I was going to ask. Now, is the fish sort of coming out of the water with its two
Why not?
fins?
Why not?
sort
We
of
have Chris
peeking?
Gaines' initiative technology.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, we don't need actual fish anymore.
I like when fish do that in animated movies when they look like they're engaged and they kind of stand on their back.
Yeah.
Flippers.
We did that in the.
What are they called? Fins.
Get ready to sweep this up. We did that in the major motion picture Shark Tale, constantly standing up. When really fish are very horizontal.
They don't do that.
Very horizontal.
The most horizontal of all creatures.
They're up there. Mm-hmm. They're up there.
Yeah. You hardly ever see them vertical.
How about ants?
What about a horse? What about a horse walking on its back legs? What about a horse riding another horse using like back leg technology?
Now you're
Like
speaking my language. English.
BLT?
Tell me more about this back leg technology.
And where are the eyeballs?
Are you talking about like a centaur that is
The popcorn is the hair.
half horse and then half another horse?
Yeah, half a different horse.
What I'm saying is, imagine.
Maybe you're just talking about a mixed race horse. Mixed
No.
race horse.
No, not a mixed race horse.
Written by Dick Francis.
Hey, wait. I got to ask you something, Mike,
Yeah.
because my friend and I have discussed this, and we've never gotten an answer. We've been
Which
talking
friend
about
is
this
that?
for years. I forget. I don't want to drop his
You
name
won't blow
because
the spot.
apparently you are.
It's whoever
very
has
adverse
the
to that.
blackest hair in music, I'm sure.
But is Dick Francis a horse?
The author Dick Francis?
Yeah.
Who writes all the racetrack-themed murder mysteries?
Is he a horse?
It's difficult to tell because on the back cover of the book, the author photo is always a man
There's
and
always
a
man.
horse.
There's always a man and a horse. But
That's
I
right.
also wonder if and there's always a horse on the front cover. I always wonder, did they get them switched? Did they get them mixed up? Where the back cover, the book is about a guy and a horse, but the author is a horse?
Here's what could be possible.
Yeah.
Is that it could be one of them is the writer, the other one is the ghostwriter.
Oh, the ghost writer. Like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Head of fire.
Right.
Chains.
Chains. That's what you think of when you think of
Motorcycle.
ghost writers. Chains.
Chains. Does he have a big chain?
Yeah.
Does he,
I think he
occasionally,
does.
yeah, why not?
All right.
Didn't he wear Doc Martens? What kind of shoes?
Comfort sole.
Hey, can I throw this out to the audience? If you know what kind of shoes the ghostwriter wore, hit the forums. We want to know.
We want to know.
See, now that's some detective work.
Did he wear Doc Martens?
I have no idea.
But I'm just asking questions. I'm like a detective.
Oh, I see. But you were looking at me, so I answered the question.
Yeah. If I'm asking a detective a question, should I close my eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, then everybody can answer. I don't know if
Did
he
you
wore,
murder anyone?
I'm going to turn out the lights.
I don't
and
know
if you
if
murder
he wore Doc
someone,
Martens, but we have a way to check, which is we just have to think about which shoes won't burn in hell.
Right. That's true.
Because didn't he go there?
Yeah.
whose slogan is that?
Which
Shoe company slogan is
Skechers.
our
maybe it
shoes
was
don't
Skechers.
burn in
It
hell.
could be Skechers.
Who is the most
Kids.
religious brand of shoe?
It would be interesting if the
Creepers.
ghostwriter was like he was ghostwriter all the way. He was like chains.
Ghostwriter all the way.
Ghostwriter all the way. Chains, leather jacket, jeans, whatever, and then he wore Skechers down at the bottom.
Shape ups. Extra wide fit. Howie Long.
But you know
It's like
what?
a first class flight.
How long? Terry
Currently-
Hatcher's husband?
Currently, Skechers branding person, what's that called? Spokes guy.
Spokes guy.
Is John Stamos.
Really? John Stamos has taken over the Skechers branding?
Yeah.
It's the
he's,
S.
He's always sitting there in like a director's chair and he's like, my shoes are very comfortable. That's what he says.
No, dude,
They're
it's
filled
Rob
with
Lowe.
yogurt.
It's not John Stamos. It's Rob Lowe.
Oh, who cares about
Oh,
the
that
Like
makes
this.
more sense.
Right.
Makes more
Yeah.
sense.
That makes more sense.
Guy.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
He shouldn't be sitting in a director's chair. He's not the director. I think it's rude.
That's right.
I'm just going to go on record as saying that.
That's right. You're
I-
right. It is Rob Lowe. It's the same guy.
Whoopsie.
Same guy. Well, let us know if you have opinions on any of these things. What shoes Ghost Rider wears? Is Dick Francis a horse? We need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have, it is the show where we talk to interesting people. We're going to have a returning guest who's a small business owner. I love hearing about the trials and tribulations of a small business owner. And Cam and Rhea, you can stick around and talk to this person as well.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
That'd be
And
great.
Mike, if you could just try to, be a little more rapid in your
I will.
work.
I would appreciate if you would stop dropping rappers on the floor.
Okay, well, I'm
It would
sorry.
make my
but-
job easier.
I'm sorry, but I got a snack while I do the show.
I hear that.
All right. When we come back, we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang. Bye. When you're trying to get from point A to point B, C, D, E, F, G, let alone from point B back to point A? Oh, what a nightmare. I mean, all of your energy, a lot of times it's just simply spent on just trying to do it, just trying to get there, just trying to make it bearable. But you know what? If I know my Eastern philosophy, I know that the journey matters even more than the destination. That's right. Who cares about where you're going? The journey is what's important. And that is why, these very reasons are why Delta offers every type of entertainment for every passenger free with Delta Studio. Cut, action, roll camera, replace that light. That's something that they say on sets that is not as popular or as famous as the other sayings. Delta Studio grants you access to over 1,000 hours. We're talking probably 1,001 hours of entertainment, all from your seat back or from your own device. And guess what? These are 100% free. They're not like these other airlines. Swipe your card, pay $8 for a movie you wouldn't even see in the theater. No, these are 100% free. Choose from podcasts. Hey, Maybe you're listening to me on a Delta plane right now. What's up? Choose from podcasts, games, television, and up to 300 movies. Up to 300 movies. Is anyone watching 300 movies? I don't know. If anyone can do it, you can. From comedies and dramas to family and thrillers, Delta Studio has tons of new releases, 2,000 pounds worth, and all of your old favorites. Don't know what that means. What are your old favorites? That's intriguing. All in the family episodes? I have no idea what's going on. You even get access to HBO, Showtime, and 18 channels of live satellite TV on select flights. Or you can listen to your favorite artists with Delta Studios' expansive music library. Delta's also partnered with the likes of HGTV, Refinery 29, Food Network, Hulu Originals, WNYC Studios, Curious World, Headspace, and Disney XD to offer you even more great content. And it's all streamable on your laptop, your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, tablet device via the GoGo Entertainment app. So, buckle up. They make you do that. Buckle up. Relax. They don't make you do that, but you should. Buckle up, relax, and delve into another world as you soar above your own. With endless entertainment from Delta Studio, your journey is sure to, and this is not a pun, by the way. This is just real. Your journey is sure to fly by. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You know what that song means. By the way, that song is in the public domain. So I can sing it all I want. Much like Happy Birthday to You. Been waiting for that one to come back around. Well, I got them both, baby. Oh, I say baby too. Hey, you've been waiting for this since February 6th. You remember what happened on February 6th? The Superb Bowl. That's right. Football season is back. Football is back. There is no better way to invest yourself into these games and to get closer to the game you love than with DraftKings 1 week fantasy football. They're back. DraftKings, I missed you. I missed you. And to celebrate, I guess, returning to advertise on my podcast, DraftKings is hosting a $100,000 contest this Sunday that's totally free to enter. Totally free. All right? And if you draft the perfect lineup, you can even win. This sounds insane. They have this kind of money? Kevin, they have this kind of money? Yeah. Don't talk. Sorry. You can win $1 billion. $1 billion from DraftKings. My fantasy is that someone, it's probably hard to do. Probably impossible to do. My fantasy is that someone does it. Oh, how great would that be? Man, can't wait. I'm going to be there. This Sunday, $100,000 contest. With DraftKings, there's a lot of ways to play. You can choose between public contests with big cash prizes, or you could just do private contests where you can compete against a group of your buddies. DraftKings also has beginner and casual contests where you'll play against people of a similar skill level. The best part is you get to draft a new team each week without any commitments. I like no commitments in my life. Other than that movie, The Commitments, I love that. Watch it every day. So, get to DraftKings.com now and use the promo code BANGBANG to play in DraftKings free contest with $100,000 in total prizes this Sunday. And if you draft the perfect lineup, and I pray that you do, you can win $1 billion. That's promo code BANGBANG to play for your shot to win $1 billion this Sunday. The contest is totally free to enter. Why not, right? DraftKings, the game inside the game. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. We have Cameron Esposito, Rhea Butcher. They're going out on tour. September 20th is where it starts. What city is this that it starts in?
Ooh, it starts in Seattle.
Starts in Seattle. So you're taking you're not driving the bus all the way up to Seattle, are you?
Nope, we're flying up there to meet that bus.
We're meeting the bus.
You're going to meet the bus. How long do you think
that bus?
How long do you think the meeting will be with the bus?
It's going to be a half-hour sit-down. But the thing is, when you meet with a bus, don't get water. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to look fragile.
Yeah.
So you just...
Have you interviewed the bus yet?
We haven't interviewed the bus. We're just hiring
going
this
in cold.
bus. Yeah, we're hiring
We've seen
blind.
pictures of the bus.
Oh, yeah?
So we know what the bus looks like. I don't think I looked at them.
I looked at them, but they did for a
I looked at the
brief
inside.
period of time. Somebody lied to us and said that they thought there was a shower on the bus.
And yeah, that was a big lie.
That was
for a
taken
long
away.
time.
There is no shower on the bus.
You guys are prepared to not poop on the bus, right?
We are prepared to not.
I
poop on the
heard
bus.
about this, and I'm actually super stressed out about it.
Yeah, you
I'm
should be.
being 100% genuine and real.
And it feels almost rude to make the bus driver pull a bus over. You know what I mean?
I
if
feel awful
if like
in
you're in a
advance.
car with, and you're driving, it's like, hey, pull over, I want to go to the bathroom. But it's like, hey, pull this massive bus over so I can take a shit. You're gonna feel guilty.
Plus, I
Unless
have
you
a
say it exactly like that.
plus I have a terrible
Wait, I'm sorry,
time-
pull this bus over so I can take a massive shit.
No, that's
what I
better.
meant to
Yeah,
say.
you use the correct inflection. I have a terrible time pooping in public places. This is going to be a real test.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
actually.
difficult for a lot of people to.
I'm
poop in
super
public
stressed out
places.
about it.
Do you have
In front of people.
I mean, if we're going to talk about this, let's talk about
Are
it.
bathrooms public places or are they private places? I like to think of them as private.
It's a dash of both, but yeah.
Wait, you don't
Primarily
you don't just shit in the middle of the bagel shop? Because if you
No,
don't,
I shit in
then
the
that
middle of the
would
bagel, but not in.
If you can get it through the hole, you win
do-
a bagel.
You do if you're the bassist in the Chris Gaines band. Don't want to name any names. Now let me ask you this: do you have, in terms of showering, do you have hotel rooms rented for like the day so you can go in and clean up? And
We have hotel rooms in a bunch of cities, and then in other cities, there's like.
do they have bathrooms?
Yeah, that'll help.
This might solve your
Thankfully,
problem.
we
Not
book
in
rooms.
every city. We
If-
don't
yeah,
have hotel rooms
because
in
if you're
every
paying for
city.
the hotel room already,
Yeah.
then you should just stay the night in the hotel room and start driving the next day.
I mean, I've never
in
shut
a
in a
car.
hotel room once.
You what?
That's not true.
You don't know what you're missing.
No, I'm just having a hard time thinking about it.
How
I don't
long
know
is the
how
tour?
I'm gonna do it.
A month.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. So don't take a shit the entire tour. You'll be fine. So
I mean, I'm
just
thinking
don't eat
about
those
it.
peanuts in the shells.
Yeah, you can't.
Actually, do then you won't shit.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, we need to get to our.
You don't want to stay on this topic for another 5 minutes?
I do, but unfortunately, we need to get to our next guest. And he's a returning favorite. And when I say favorite, I don't mean that I judge guests on how much I like them, because they're all equally great to me. But I guess what I mean is that other people like him better than other guests.
So you're saying other people like me, but you're not particularly fond of me. Is that right?
No, I treat you like all my guests, which is I'm not particularly fond of any of them.
Oh, okay. Nice to be in such esteemed company.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Please welcome back to the show small business owner Gary Urbansky. Hello, Gary.
Hello. Hey, thanks for having me. Nice to meet you. Still a big fan of
This
both your
is-
MySpace pages, Cam and Rhea.
thank
I've
you.
been
Cam and Rhea.
following it
I'm
since.
picking something up.
What's it?
Yeah, I
you
wish
from
I wish Mike
Chicago?
would do that.
What's
Oh, I'm sorry. I did come in here and just throw a bunch of packing peanuts on the ground.
That's all right. I'm glad you clarified they were packing peanuts.
Yeah.
I will now spit these out.
Yeah,
Can
don't
you
eat those.
Can you eat those in the shell?
Ghost in the shell.
What if packing peanuts had shells around them? That would be interesting, right? Just to replicate the peanut
Sorry,
experience.
ghost in the machine.
Zenyatta Mandata.
There we go.
Great.
This is a fun word association just to make sure that we're not all insane.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I just do a word association to make sure I'm not asleep. That's how I know.
Yeah.
I go tomato, tomato.
Right.
You know.
I would say that's almost the same word.
Is it? Well, that's the word I associate.
Yeah, all you
with
need
it.
is bread. All you need is bread and Brad,
Yeah.
and then you have a sandwich.
You know, a lot of times a good way to tell someone's asleep is if they're holding a mug of hot milk.
Oh, I love a hot milk before I go to bed. I'll tell you guys
Piping
what.
hot milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you guys hearing this strong? You have a Chicago accent.
Hey, oh, hey, buddy boy, you picked it up. Absolutely.
Gary is from Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago.
Born and raised. Oh my gosh, south side or north side? I won't judge.
Well, no, I mean I'm from this. Like a
don't
lot
know.
of people, I'm from the suburbs. You know
That's
what I mean?
okay.
I just
That's
say.
Why do
We
people
all
think
lie,
it's such
you
a
know?
big deal when they see someone from another huge city? Is Chicago's like the fourth biggest city in the world? It's not.
It's the third
In the
biggest
world.
city in the country.
Yeah, I don't know where it stands in light of like Shanghai and Narnia and whatnot, but like it's definitely real big. And so it's
Yeah.
surprising to see somebody from there when you're not there.
right.
Well,
I
it
guess
makes you
when you're not
excited.
there,
I
maybe.
mean, have you never been excited to have something in common with somebody?
No,
Yeah.
I like to meet interesting people, as aforementioned, and so I like to explore the differences between us rather than the similarities.
All right.
Ordinary
well,
people.
Where are you not from?
I'm not from here, but I am newly
Taps.
a resident of
Are we doing
California.
Timothy Hutton films? Sure we are. So we're having a side convo over here.
That's okay. Cameron was interviewing me. It was going
Leverage.
great.
Wait, you say you're...
182.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, South Side, born and raised, but I live live in this great state of California now. I moved
You
to
moved to
Northern
California?
California. Absolutely.
You didn't do
Thank
that since
you.
the last time I saw you,
No,
Gary.
I just moved about 2-3 weeks ago. So
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to
2-3
our fair state.
Thank you so much. Taxes are high, I'll tell you what.
Oh, boy.
Property taxes,
Well,
income taxes.
Hopefully we're going to be doing something about that real soon.
Yeah,
But,
hopefully we put it into the roads and the schools and whatnot, but it seems like it's going into a hyper rail of some kind. Is that ever going to happen? I watched True Detective Season 2 recently, and they talked about a high-speed train, and I was like, when does that get here?
Oh, they've been talking about it for a while. I would like to go on
Singles,
tour.
I think is the first time they talked about that.
Yeah.
The movie Singles.
Movie Singles?
Really
Cameron
based
Crowe?
around a high-speed train.
What about that movie with the 5252 bus or 2525?
Speed?
Yeah, where they had the subway that didn't exist yet.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow, yeah. Well, R.I.P. Dennis Hopper's head.
Dang, this
Dennis
got
Hopper's
dark.
head?
Is that like Hilton Head Island?
The Great Illusionist, Dennis Hopper's head.
But yeah, so I moved to California. I saw a business opportunity.
city?
I moved to Napa Valley. I
Napa
moved
Valley.
to Calistoga, to be precise.
Now, Gary, you've had a couple of businesses that we've talked about before. Can you just briefly take us through some of these?
I used to run Urbansky's Wig and Wire. I'm sorry. I upset myself
Yeah, you
talking
get
about
very
my
emotional.
failed businesses, so I
Yeah, that's
tend
okay.
to misspeak.
I don't mean to bring up some of these, but we do need to go over your
All right.
history a little bit.
Well, a long time ago, I used to have a kimono store, and then in Chicago,
Kimono store.
Yeah,
You
I
sold
made kimonos. Yeah,
Oh, you made and
You made
sold
them.
them.
I made and sold them.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you sold them because if you just made them, that would be a
That'd
bad
be weird.
business plan.
Yeah, it would have been bad. Well, it was bad anyway. Nobody bought them. And then I owned Urbansky's Wig and Weave, which was a hair supply store servicing the Black and African American community in Chicago. That went belly up. Then
Right.
I
Because
had
people were confused about it.
I don't want to get into the wheres and the why-fors. Basically, the climate was not right for a business of that nature.
Okay.
Then I opened up a hot water laundry service called Whites Only. That didn't do so well.
Right, that was with.
That was with my brother Ron. You remember him,
Yeah,
right?
I remember Ron. Did Ron move with you over to Napa?
Ron has not yet moved with me, account of the fact that our business is something he doesn't approve of.
Oh,
Sounds like an animal.
Yeah, Ron?
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a jerk, but, I shouldn't speak ill of my brother. He's the only one I got,
What is the business that he doesn't approve of? What do you mean by
Scott,
that?
you are looking at Napa Valley's newest and truest vintner. That's right. I am a winemaker.
You're a vintner.
Yeah, I have a vineyard, and I make wine in the Napa Valley. I'm just trying to...
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much. I do not drink.
Right, and that must be what Ron is
He thinks
opposed
it's,
to.
Yeah, he thinks it's a bad move because I don't drink, because I recently found out I was allergic to it, so I...
You're allergic to what?
all liquids.
All, pardon me, Gary, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Including water?
If it's a liquid, if it's wet, it's like the TSA rule. If they're going to make you keep it in a 3-ounce or less bottle, it's going to make me break out in the meanest hives, I'll tell
Oh
you
my
what.
gosh, you're like one of those
Wow.
aliens in Signs.
I did not see that movie. It
I
was
don't mean
after my
to-
cutoff of films when I stopped watching.
Oh, wait, you stopped watching films at what point?
After Sideways, remember? That's the last
right.
film I've ever seen. It's
Oh,
my
right.
favorite
Oh,
one,
wait,
and I just
is-
thought, let's jump off here.
Is that why you...
Hey, it's not going to get better than this.
Does that have a lot to do with your
It does, in
new
fact.
interest? I'm seeing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm seeing like some sort of
Yeah, there's a lot of
inspiration there. I don't know
So
if
you're
somebody
a
else
threads
is-
and themes, yeah.
You're allergic to liquids,
Uh-huh.
but as we previously discussed, so much of our body is made up of one of them.
I know, I can't lick my wrist or I could die, man.
Oh man,
Only
that's
hair.
got to be tempting.
I can only, if I was going to eat a part of my body, it'd have to be the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you eat your own hair, by the way? Do you have that disease? I forget what it's called.
Pica.
Pica? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought that was a Pokemon.
I thought that was what I pay in my taxes every
Oh,
week. Ugh.
A FICA
holler
joke.
back.
Hey, FICA joke enthusiasts, I did not disappoint you this week.
You loved Sideways?
Oh, I loved it. The best movie,
What
the
was
best
your
modern
favorite
cinema.
part?
I love Thomas Hayden Church running around just like a maniac.
You like that part?
Yeah.
That's actually the part I don't like the most.
Oh, you don't like just on display masculinity, just waving in the breeze with
No.
no check marks at all.
I really felt like Sandra Oh deserved more, her character.
Hold
You
on
know
a
what I
second,
mean?
Miss Esposito, but you liked Wings, right?
Yeah, I did,
Sure.
actually.
Okay.
No, and I like
The
Thomas Hayden
Wings?
Church.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Thomas
about
Hayden Church!
Paul McCartney's band.
Oh, I also really like Paul McCartney's band.
Christmas,
Ned and Stacy.
having wonderful
Yeah.
Christmas time.
Linda.
Do you like the Sandman in Spider-Man 3?
Oh, no.
How about in
I don't like that.
Showtime at the Apollo?
I know.
Oh, here comes the Sandman! You gotta get off the stage because the audience is booing you.
Oh, is that an older reference from something I don't know about?
I believe
Definitely the latter.
I think he is. I believe the Sandman, God love him, is still sweeping people off the stage at the Apollo.
Were you
Tuesday.
inspired by the Sandman, by the way, Mike?
When I
to
was-
get into the janitorial.
You know,
business?
when I would be in my classroom at Harvard, and I'd be chalking up the old chalkaroo.
Yeah.
And I say to
That's
myself,
what you do with chalk.
I would have pinned to the corkboard next to the chalkboard. I have a little picture of the Sandman, the Apollo.
Wow.
Wow.
And I would think, man, if I could do that,
Yeah.
if I could leave all this behind, this is as close as I got.
Yeah. He sweeps up performers, and you do it to filth.
Yeah, I sweep up literal filth.
Yeah.
And he just sort of embarrasses people until they leave the stage.
Do you try to embarrass people as you're sweeping up filth?
I did try that early on. Yes, I did. I thought maybe I tried embarrassing the filth to get it to go.
Right, but unfortunately, because I don't know if the Sandman on the Apollo can actually touch the performers. I would view that as
it's haunted
assault.
hayride rules. The ghouls can't touch you. You can't touch the ghouls. So I tell every performer at the Apollo, remember, do not touch the Sandman. The Sandman cannot touch you.
Right. Okay. Well, very
good.
good. Very good.
What years did you teach at Harvard? I know it doesn't really matter because
It's a while back, and then he did a wife swap, life swap.
Yeah.
Oh, did
I taught for many years. I was a tenured professor
And-
at Harvard.
He did
So
a
I'm
wife
sure
swap, life
this has
swap.
come
I'm
up,
sure
but-
you know about that.
Yeah. Oh, that part makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
I have no
I
questions
did
about it.
a wife swap that led to a life swap.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes perfect sense. I have no questions about that.
Zero on my part.
I really more have a question about like if you're teaching math at Harvard,
Right.
what do you really feel about Matt Damon?
Yeah,
Do you know
did
what I mean?
Did
Are
you
you
look
always
at Matt
like-
Damon? I forget if you became.
Who is that?
Matt Damon. He. This is going to be hard for you to understand, Gary.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Oh, yeah.
okay. So that was before the cutoff.
That would have.
Good Will Hunting would
That
have
would
been
have
like
come
90,
in
95
before.
or something, you know?
That would have been. Yeah, it was around 96, maybe somewhere around there.
This is a movie about people hunting for goodwill.
Well, he's a
sort
guy
of.
named Will Hunting, and he's very good.
It's not your
Ooh,
fault.
Really?
I remember
guess
that
That's
line.
the title?
Yeah,
The
he's like
li-
a good guy.
The main character's name is Will Hunting.
Yeah, and they're always like, "Hey, you're a good guy. You're a good guy." And he always kind of turns to the camera and winks, and he's like, "Hey, this is the title. We get it."
Oh,
It sounds like a farewell. Like, hey, Good Will Hunting.
I mean,
have a great time.
If that's
Yeah.
the title and he does wink at the camera several times, then I could forgive
Then
him.
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, not to like totally timestamp something and absolutely prove without a shadow of a doubt that I thought of a joke first. I mean, when I saw Good Will Hunting, that's the first time I was ever like, oh, kiss Cam.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's sort of like mailing your joke to the Writers Guild.
Was there a kiss cam? Was there a kiss cam scene in Good Will Hunting?
Oh,
I just-
several, by the way. Several kiss cam scenes. It's also what they say in Battlestar Galactica when they go off and fly off in space. They say,
say-
"Good Will Hunting."
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say.
So
they
say we all.
that I have
Kiss Cam,
seen.
we all.
Make it so.
Make it so. All right. So
That I saw.
Gary, we need to
Yeah.
get back to your business. So we've covered
thank
your
you.
business, right? You're a so
I
good
think
luck
so.
to you.
At a
No,
winery.
I don't know. You know, I'm having a hard time. It's not doing so hot. People aren't buying it.
You're
So
obviously allergic to liquids, which is bad because you got to stay away from the wine. But other than
Yeah,
that,
but I mean, you know, people don't seem to like it. They say it's too salty. They say it's too thick. So I tried to make it, I tried to make a version that I could drink. So it's more of kind of like a paste. It's kind of a thick.
well, so wait a minute. You're
Like
not
a wine
allergic
paste.
to the actual ingredients in liquids. You're allergic to the consistency.
Yeah, I'm allergic to the lack of viscosity, basically.
Okay,
So you make a wine paste.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could call it that. And I also, I wasn't sure at first if I was allergic to the texture or to the ingredients themselves. So I also said no grapes. Like, let's not do grapes just in case. I don't want to break out, fall down dead like the Macaulay Culkin and My Girl in the middle of the vineyard. Just
right,
having
yeah.
vines swarming around me and stuff. So
Especially because you wear glasses.
yeah, very thick.
So
And a
very
mood ring.
thick. Yeah, I always.
Especially because you wear a mood ring.
So many people ask me how I am. I need something to look down at and check.
Right. And you,
know?
just flash it. You can do the Beyonce, like, single
Yeah.
ladies kind of thing.
I
and
go,
just,
Gary-
now wait, what's that?
oh, wait, okay. You haven't even seen music videos.
I have not looked at a screen since Sideways.
Whoa.
I know. I'm
what
keeping
about like
it
a
pure.
door screen?
A door screen. Oh, you mean to keep out flies and
Like a
whatnot?
screen door, we call them.
Is your house just filled with flies?
My house is full of flies. Probably because of all the pies I leave on the windowsills, but that's a different story.
To cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with hobos stealing them at all?
Not lately.
Oh, okay.
Gary, I got a question.
I feel like
Would you say "How are you"
Absolutely.
is the number one question you get asked?
It's either that
I feel
or,
like it is for
This
me.
is great detective work.
I never thought about it before.
It really is.
But when Gary said people are asking me all the time how I am, I was like, yeah, I guess that is like the
That
number one
That
question.
resonates with me.
Yeah.
Everyone asks it.
It's either that or where did you get that Dick Butkus beer koozie?
But I know
Or
where you
is
got
Dick
that.
Francis a horse? Or did you murder anyone?
I have not, and I don't know. In reverse order to your
thank you.
your ask.
Cameron, you had a question.
Oh, my question was because I feel like we kind of went around and each of us sort of spoke our funny little truths, but then
Sure. It's a real round table.
we didn't really get the
Interesting
answer
way
about
to describe
what,
this podcast.
what
Is that going to take over where we talk to interesting people?
The show where we go around and speak our funny little truths.
The show where everyone goes around and speaks their funny little truths.
I like it.
I'll try it out.
I like it a
I think
lot.
it's poetic.
I feel like you were going to tell us what you do make the wine out
Well,
of.
yeah, I was
I
going to
wanna
say,
know.
like,
Oh,
you got
doesn't
rid
matter.
of grapes?
I feel
Because that's
as
Doesn't
if there's
matter.
some details we need to know.
Well, we got all day, right? I don't have anywhere to be. I could just drag this out as long as you all will have me here.
It's a wine paste not made out of grapes.
So what is
That's
it?
what I know so far. And
Well-
they also complain that it's too salty.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely kind of salty, but that's because of my proprietary blend. I don't want to tell you all the ingredients, but
Tell us a few.
Okay, so first of all, I definitely include a lot of salt. That's a big
Okay.
element.
All right.
I do put in some sugars. Got to have some sweetness. Maybe a little garlic powder.
If you just didn't
Worcestershire.
if you just didn't put in the salt, would you have to put in the sugar? You know what I mean?
And mix
know,
it with
like-
the
This
crisp.
is an excellent question.
Great detective work.
If you're like, oh, it's too salty, let's put in sugar. Just don't put in the salt.
I don't know. The vinegar's doing something in there too.
Yeah, but
though.
that
it's
doesn't
vinegar
make any
too.
sense.
Yeah, so there's kind of like
sounding a little bit more
lot-
like a pizza sauce.
I mean,
Well-
I do grow the best heirloom tomatoes in the Napa Valley. So
or
And
tomato.
that's put in the wine?
yeah, absolutely. Because I was like, no grapes. So what else grows on vines? Gotta still call it
So
a vineyard.
it's a tomato-based,
Yeah.
thick sort of paste.
Yeah, it's kind of like
That
you
you-
spread it on like a dough or something.
Right, you're calling it wine.
Well, I'm in Napa, right? I am in Napa, so I
When
don't know
in
why it's
Napa,
not
yeah.
flying off the shelves.
Well, I think we're all thinking the same thing.
They're called casks, the
Oh,
wine
the
casks. I
casks,
said
yeah.
shelves. Everyone's always ribbing me. They're
Are you
like,
stomping on the tomatoes, by the way? With
Oh,
your
I
feet?
stomp them. Yeah. I get right in that bucket and I go. Oh.
You don't need to make the same noises. But I think we're all thinking the same thing. This isn't wine. This is like, you might have more success in calling it pizza sauce.
How's that now?
Well, have you had pizza?
I don't follow.
You're from
I'm
Chicago.
a Chicago, and I've eaten
Yeah.
deep dish my whole
So,
life.
thin crust.
It was my first meal, hopefully my last.
Your first meal as a
Yeah.
baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
but I need to jump
So just
in
don't
here.
don't eat it, and you'll never die.
Oh my gosh! Did you just uncover my weird Benjamin Buttonness kryptonite? I don't know if that tracks.
You don't know what pizza sauce though is?
No, but that actually makes sense. I'm going to tell you why this makes sense.
Okay, you're a Chicagoan.
As a Chicagoan,
Right.
have you ever had thin crust pizza?
Oh, how dare you! No, I don't
Wait,
touch it.
first of
I don't
all,
touch
straight
it.
up, I love thin crust pizza.
All right, you must be from New York or something. Get out of here.
No, but
Do you eat the bones?
Yes, I love the pizza bones. Yeah. Now, let me just ask you one question, though.
I'll give you one more. I'll
All right.
allow it.
Thank you. I got all day long. I'm
Watch
telling
yourself,
you.
counselor.
My
So,
Sebring is double parked,
if
but I don't
you-
give a fuck
If you've only had
Double parking your seat.
because there's no parking in Hollywood.
Scott, have you
Cluster
ever
housing.
had deep dish pizza, Scott?
No.
DDP? Never had DDP?
Yeah, you know me.
I'm sitting on a lot of knowledge here, and y'all are just giggling it
okay.
away.
We're speaking of little funny little truths.
We gotta go around doing it, Rhea. You've been silent with your funny little truth.
I have been silent with my funny little truth.
Speak it. Now's the time.
Do you get what I found here?
I don't because I've never had deep dish pizza, but
What did you find?
Deep dish pizza doesn't have traditional pizza sauce. It has like a more crushed tomato-based sauce. It's like a thicker,
I agree.
crustier, tomatoey.
It is a crustier, tomatoey sauce.
Yes.
So it's more like the tomatoes are whole rather than being crushed.
It's like they
the way you're
didn't
crushing.
finish making the sauce.
Exactly. It's like a Chris Gaines sort of a halfway.
They didn't finish
to
making the sauce
darkest,
because they were in a
blackest hair
hurry
and
to
music.
cook the pizza for
like
3 hours.
People in Chicago are lazy and they don't want to like go the extra step.
If you've ever, first of all, not one time has a Chicagoan ever been lazy.
Hey, no.
Now,
Check out
second of all,
those streets and sanitation guys. They drive around sometimes 2-3 times. The poll workers, they got to deal with everybody coming in 2-3 times, to vote and stuff. So we're hard workers.
Oh, that kind of
Those kind of poll workers. Hello, Rhea.
Funny little truth.
So I guess there's a thing outside of Chicago that pizza is made.
Tinley Park, huh?
No. I think more.
Quad City? You talking Quad City pizza?
Oh, Rockport, Moline,
No.
Davenport.
Go
What's the
outside.
fourth
Go
one?
outside your comfort zone into perhaps Napa Valley. Pizza is made differently with a sauce that's the consistency of paste. The way you're talking about it, you could sell what you're making for a hefty markup, I would think.
What do you call this wine, by the way?
Salsa. I call it. I named it after my favorite. I call it Pace Picante Salsa, medium.
Wait, so you're
I thought you were going to say you named it after your favorite dance, but then
No,
you just named it.
so wait, you're
I also thought that.
I love salsa, and I was like, wouldn't that be crazy if there was a wine named after
So
it?
the name of your wine is Pace Picante Salsa Medium.
and you're selling a tomato paste
Yeah.
pizza
But
sauce
it's more like a pizza sauce.
that you're calling salsa.
I called the Pace Picante people and said, hey, I'm a winemaker. Do you mind if I pay homage to your
Well, yeah, I'm
salsa?
sure that Pace Picante only copyrighted that name within the salsa territory.
Okay, go for it.
They actually sent me a bunch of artwork and stuff to use. I sent some paperwork, and I'm sort of they're sort of investors in the project.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
people are coming to your store.
Yeah.
Do they expect to buy wine, do you think? Or are they expecting salsa? Because either way, they're disappointed.
I don't know what they're expecting when they show up. They show up, they look around, they take a tour of the grounds.
What would you like them to? What
Yeah,
what
you
were
need
you
a
trying
sign
to
or
lead them to expect?
Because
I would like them to want delicious quality wine that could maybe go well with a meal that they're eating. Maybe some cut up deep fried tortilla triangles, or maybe
Nachos.
or maybe a ribbed noodle filled with cheese and meats stacked in a layer like a cake.
lasagna. So what about a sign? Because you ran into trouble with your previous business. The sign said like urban. Everyone thought it said urban ski.
Oh
Urban
yeah,
Sky.
Urban
Urban
Sky.
Sky. Oh,
they
right.
thought- yeah, I don't know. And then whites only that had its share of problems
That had
as well.
yeah.
I don't know. I just put Pace Picante Salsa medium right out in front of
Right.
the winery, and people come in. I'm searching my brain and my heart. I could not tell you what these people think they're about
I
to
think
get.
they think they're buying salsa.
I don't follow.
Okay, look, we need to take a break, Gary. We'll
All right.
We'll try to sort this out on the other side of this. We have more Comedy Bang Bang, more Cam, more Rhea, and more Mike the Janitor, who is just sitting around at this point, just talking into the mic.
I
not
was
doing-
thinking about what to clean next.
Okay, well, did you come up with something?
I'm almost there.
Okay, well, hopefully do it during this commercial. All right, we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Hey, everyone. I want to welcome back our wonderful sponsor. God, they've been around with us. It seems like the entire 500 episodes we've been doing this show. Squarespace. Welcome back, Squarespace. You know what Squarespace is. If you have an idea, let's say, and I hope that you do, quite honestly, because that idea could be worth millions in the right hands. If you have an idea, whatever it is, whatever your next big idea might be, what you can do is you can count on Squarespace to help you create an eye-catching online platform that brings that idea, that genius idea, and brings it to life. Maybe you need a portfolio to showcase your work, or a store. You're going to sell some stuff through your store. Or maybe you want to blog and you just want to like weblog it up and, get fans and tell them what you think. Who knows what you do? Squarespace doesn't even care. Squarespace gives you everything you need to look like an expert right from the jump. You even get a unique domain which strengthens your brand and makes it easier for visitors to find you. They can always find you with these Squarespace unique domains that they're handing out. They don't use other domains. You know, they're not using raisinbrand.com. Although, man, what if that was available? Raisinbrand.com. I'm going to check on that. Dibs. No one check on that until I get it. Plus, Squarespace has award-winning templates for whatever award templates get. Who knows? Creating a beautiful website, it's simple. It's intuitive. You can add and arrange, and I can think of no other way to say this. And, you know, quite honestly, I've racked my brain for the words, to put this into words. And really the only words that can really do this very idea justice is you can add and arrange your content and features with but the click of a mouse, my dear boy. Nothing to install, nothing to patch, nothing to upgrade ever. Although, maybe you have a question. Great. Squarespace is award-winning. Wow, they're winning a lot of awards for templates and customer service? I wonder if it's like the interneties or something where they just like they go through online stores, customer service, mouses. Is it mouses or mice? Who cares? Look. They have 24/7 customer support. They can help you with any problem, no matter how technical, no matter how trivial seeming. Think of them as your very own IT department that you can order around. You're the boss. You can make them do whatever you want. They have to acquiesce to your every whim. So, if that excites you, make your next move and start your free trial at squarespace.com today. Enter the offer code BANGBANG. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. Again, that is BANGBANG, B-A-N-G, B-A-N-G. And I'll see you on the internet. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Cameron Esposito, Rhea Butcher. No better time to can be had at a theater than seeing these two. Are you co-headlining? Are you swapping who closes? Or what's up?
Co-headlining. Yeah, but
so every other night you'll see one of you guys close? Mm-hmm. Okay, I like it. Sort of like when Def Leppard and Foreigner toured together.
Yeah, it's like closer by committee.
Yes.
That's a baseball
Oh, really?
reference.
You have a committee?
Yeah. We have a little committee that's coming on tour with us. I haven't told you about it.
A board of directors?
Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's just a little committee, so they're small, tiny.
So a Lilliputian.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like
how small
size.
is this committee?
Like the size of a set of sides for a television show.
Would you say it's itty bitty?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I belong. I've known. I don't belong myself, but I've.
You're
known,
not a member of this committee?
No, I've known some female friends of mine belong to a certain committee.
I don't know those friends.
But I think I don't know a baseball thing.
Oh, okay. No, this is not.
Are
This
you
is not.
heartbroken?
This is not a baseball thing.
It's not
actually.
like it. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not.
Baseball thing.
I think I don't know base. At the beginning, Rhea said a thing that she looked in my eyes.
Closer
and,
by committee.
Yeah, and I think
She
she thought
looked deeply into your eyes.
I think she thought I was gonna. My eyes were gonna light up, and I was gonna
With baseballs.
And I was gonna.
Yeah,
My eyes were
like
gonna
instead
shine
of
like
dollar
baseball.
signs, just
she had baseballs in her eyes.
It would just be like normalized, but the pupils would disappear, and you would see stitching.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Wow.
But that didn't happen because I don't know that phrase.
Yeah.
Well,
I know about turn two. I just learned about that one in my own brain.
The first two words of the Go-Go song, "Turn to You."
Is that what you meant?
That's what you were going
That's
for.
what she meant.
Would those baseballs in your eyes, those little stitched up baseballs, would they have a Sox logo or a Cubs logo, if I may?
Oh boy.
Are they allowed to print logos?
We are gonna not be friends after I tell you.
I think you'd be surprised.
Well,
It's a Chicago thing.
Cubs family.
Hey, you know what? I say good on them. I say good on both of you.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Because I think there's too much divisiveness happening, so I root for both.
I mean, I've been to both Comiskey and US Cellular Field, and I think that's still what it's called.
I still call it Comiskey.
Yeah, I know, classic. But I'm a Cubs family.
Oh, Cubs family.
You
all are a bunch of tiny
a
bears.
Cubs family. I am not a Cubs
I'm
family.
a Cubs family.
You're
I'm
a-
a family of Cubs.
And Rhea, you're just like Goldilocks, getting in there and going, "This one's just right."
Which porridge do you want? Hot, mild, or if I may,
Out of the park.
salsa medium.
Foul ball.
Well, we're here with Gary Urbansky, who failed business owner. Is that safe to say?
Hey, I'm not saying failed yet. I did sink about 8 of my $9.4 million into this land because they said whatever you grow in Napa
By the
soil.
way, you're putting so much money into all of your businesses.
Yeah, I dream big. And so they said whatever you grow in this soil is sure to get you an award-winning wine. So
Yeah.
I've been putting it in all kinds of, the Vintner's Cup. I sent it to Sundance. I sent it to, everywhere that does awards that I heard of. And
Wait, so you're trying to get awards for your wine by
Yeah.
sending it to Sundance?
yeah, I see all these celebrities talking about it. I thought, hey, why
Yeah.
not me too?
That's for films usually.
But you're not
But
putting-
you have, yeah. You don't know-
what about Francis Ford Coppola?
That's true. He's a person.
Or sideways.
Or Sideways.
He's,
Sideways.
But you're
He's a
not
film.
putting actual money in the ground.
I did do some of that, yeah. And then I just was like, I'll just buy Bitcoin instead. That seems about as stable. So
Wait, you dug a hole and put some of your money into the ground.
yeah, I saran wrapped a bunch of cash and put it in the ground.
Keep it
Breaking
fresh.
Bad style?
Yeah, or Ozark style, depending on what largely white person cast movie show you're watching. These
Wait, how do
days.
you know about this?
I read forums.
Oh, but that's a screen.
Yeah, but I did. Yeah,
You're a liar.
She
Do you have
prints them
the
out.
forms printed up and
of
sent to you?
course I print them out,
Oh,
just like
okay.
I print out Cameron Rhea's MySpace and Friendster pages.
I'm
That's why
so
I'm such
sorry.
a
I don't
big
mean
fan.
to. I don't mean to immediately
It's okay. You're quite
assume
the
you're a liar.
You're quite the detective there, Scott.
That's
Usually-
true. Just
usually-
asking questions.
In real life, usually people don't donate money. They don't put money in the ground unless they're donating to the victims of 9/11, which famously.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Didn't you do that?
Who did that?
I didn't do that.
No, who did it? Who was it?
Some guys who were in that car contest.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the car. I met them that one time I was here. They
Oh
were
yeah,
really
that's right.
nice.
Yeah, I believe that was a holiday show or something. Rhea, maybe you were here. I
Hands
can't
on
remember.
a hard body. Yeah, I
Hands
remember.
on a hard body.
they're still doing that contest. I checked in with
Oh,
Ming.
boy.
Still doing that contest?
Recently. Yeah, they're still in the middle
What
of
was
it.
it for
Dangerous.
a 1994 Toyota Camry? Wasn't it?
Something like that.
Something like
yeah.
that,
That's right.
Certainly not
Great
a
car.
Sebring.
No, not a Sebring. The rental company is like, you're the only one that keeps renting this thing. Do you want to buy it? And I said, not yet. I like the feeling of it eluding my grasp.
So how much? I mean, you've sunk $9 million into this business.
Yeah, about 8. I got about 1.4 left, but it's all tied up in failed real estate
Where'd you
projects.
get all that money to begin with?
I mean, I'm a hardworking businessman, blue collar family, and whatnot, and it was given to me in a trust by my grandfather. So, you do the math.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
Harvard.
0 plus 9.4 million equals.
Yeah, self-made man.
Yep.
That's right. Working hard, getting my knuckles deep in that, in that red earth
Ooh,
in
knuckle
Napa
deep.
Valley.
Do you find that it's
This
as
show's going
welcoming?
blue.
Do you find that it's as welcoming to? I mean, you're Polish, obviously, because your last name.
No, actually, I'm Slovak. Common misconception, Scott.
Yeah, we
Remember
talked-
this?
yeah, we talked about this.
I'm Czech and Slovak. We don't know because it was before the war when they split those two.
Oh, okay. Well, then my question doesn't make any sense.
I know a lot
Hey,
of Poles.
feel free to ask it
I mean,
anyway.
I was going to ask based on
Yeah.
like living in Chicago and then moving to Napa Valley because
Yeah.
Chicago is so welcoming to Polish people since it has the largest Polish population
isn't
outside
making
of
any sense.
Warsaw.
Yeah, a lot
And
of lot
literally,
of pierogi shops.
yeah, exactly. Like pierogies in the streets and a lot of
and
Different pierogi.
deep dish in the
vegetation in the
sheets.
sheets.
There we
go.
Oh God, we all were trying to do it.
We're all trying to speak a funny little truth.
So right, yes, pierogies in the streets.
and Casimir Pulaski Day.
Yeah, love
in
me
the
some
sheets.
Pulaski. Pierogies in the streets. Casimir
Pulaski
Pulaski Day in the
sheets.
sheets.
Roman Polanski in the sheets.
Sounds like a good title. It was fun for a bit, and then
Let's all
it
go to
got
the lobby.
very not fun.
Oh boy, I love those let's not go to the lobby popcorn legged gals. I love their legs. I'm like hatchy matchy, you know what I mean?
That's my type.
Nice square bottom and then popcorn legs. Human legs, but the consistency of skin of popcorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the eyeballs right in the peas.
I love a good popcorn skin.
Oh yeah, it's better than popcorn shrimp. You ever see Forrest Gump? That's a movie I watched before to cut off.
Yep. 1994, you got it
Well,
There's a lot
right
of
under the wire.
shrimp stuff in
Gotta do
there.
it.
That's for sure.
Why wasn't that your last one?
I liked it, but I don't know. I needed more of
Not
like
enough Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah, not enough THC. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Oh,
you catch my meaning?
I hear
You're
you.
winking just like Marlon Brando.
420.
Have you ever been to the Bubblegum Shrimp Company?
I have.
On Navy Pier.
Oh yeah. I used to take a field trip there for a school that I did not work at.
This sounds like you just went to lunch.
Yeah, but a bunch of kids were around, so I just started telling them, trying to impart some knowledge onto them.
Oh, yeah, like what kind of knowledge do you have?
Like,
you're a self-made man.
Yeah, I was like, reach for the stars, don't see color like I don't, or shapes, or.
You don't see like square bottom popcorn?
No, I know that it is because it's been described to me, but no, shapes are hard to make out.
So let me describe a shape to
okay.
you. All right.
I'll close my eyes.
All right. It's 5-sided, 5
Okay.
equal sides.
Swimming pool.
You got it.
Got it one.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life, not being able to
Let me
see
give you
shapes.
another one. Let me
Yep,
give-
okay, great. Close my eyes.
It's kind of ovular.
Okay.
It's got a jacuzzi right in the center. Swim up bar.
Pentagon.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
great.
it.
All right, thank you so much.
The Pentagon.
Yeah.
We should say, yeah. If you've never been inside the Pentagon, the swim up bar,
It's got to be amazing, right?
it's amazing. I mean, people got to relax if they're able to.
If they're going to run the country, what are they doing there?
I don't really know.
are they doing at
Do they even
Pentagon?
fire the missiles or anything like that there?
Do they shoot that show? I don't know.
You don't know shows?
90210.
I don't know shows. No, 90210 is a great show. Yeah.
Designated survivor?
Never heard of it. Never heard
Pentagon
of it.
Papers?
The Pentagon Papers. No, The Firm. Is that
The
what
Firm,
that has
yeah.
something to do with?
The Tom Cruise movie that came out in 1993.
Yeah, or am I
Which you
thinking?
did see.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of a Tom
You're
Clancy.
thinking of the band.
Oh yeah,
The Firm.
Levon Helm, R.I.P.
Oh, the band. Oh, the band.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
right.
love
Are you
him.
thinking of like the sort of texture or like way a thing is the firm?
Al dente?
Like
Yeah. Like what you would put your sauce on.
My
Al dente
what?
pasta.
I'm
Your
sorry,
wine,
my
your
what?
wine.
My wine. Oh
wine,
yeah.
yeah.
I bet it would go great with pasta. Yeah.
You should try it.
Be good with some pasta. Be good with some tortilla chips.
Or just like bread that's like my friend Big Sue says, it's round.
Yeah, like a round bread.
Like a round pie.
Like,
yeah.
like a pie or like a bruschetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sure.
know.
Put some pepperoni on top?
Hey,
Maybe some pepperoni.
Maybe.
Definitely some cheese.
Definitely cheese. Maybe pepperoni.
Man, you guys need to work in marketing for my winery or something.
Well,
you
it's
can
all about the
convince
sizzle,
people.
yeah.
It is all about the sizzle.
You do have the steak.
Well, guys, we're just about out of time here on the show.
No, come on, no, come on.
No, I'm sorry, guys.
You're
but,
stingy.
I hate to pull this bus over,
You're
but I have to take a
stingy.
massive shit. We just have one final feature on the show, and that is a little something called plugs. Wow, that was a nice change of pace. We don't get a lot of that kind of speed metal
It sounds
for
like
plug submissions.
that guy who lives in Los Feliz.
Oh,
Chris Gaines?
Oh,
Chris
I love
Gaines.
him.
that was got your plugs, parentheses, 1, 2, 3 plugs, exclamation mark, end parentheses by Nick Neeb. Nick Neeb. Maybe Nick Neeb or Nickney6, whatever that is. Thank you so much. That was Nicky6. That's probably what it is.
Oh, it's probably Nicky 6.
It's probably Nicky6. Thanks to you for that. All right, let's plug it up. Cam and Rhea, what do we got? What are we plugging here?
Oh man, well we are so excited about this tour. Rhea, do you want to just like name some of the places we're going to be?
Okay, great.
Sequentially, perhaps?
Yeah. On 9/21, we'll be in Seattle, Washington at the Neptune Theater.
We're also going to be in Portland,
San Francisco.
San Diego,
Phoenix, Arizona.
Dallas.
Texas?
Oh my God, what's happening? Faster.
Austin, Texas.
Houston,
New Orleans.
Texas.
Atlanta,
Carrboro, North Carolina.
Philadelphia,
Washington, D.C.
Brooklyn,
Cleveland, Ohio.
Detroit,
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Chicago,
Madison, Wisconsin.
Portland, Maine, also Boston, also Denver. Those are the places we will be
Those
this
are
fall.
the places.
You could go to
On our back-to-back
CameronEsposito.com or RheaButcher.com.
Yes, you can find them there. Or Ticks in Bio. Ticks in Bio.
Ticks in bio.
Ticks in bio.
Ticks in bio.
Ticks in bio.
Mayo.
Ticks in
And
Bio.
also Take My Wife, the show that sank CISO. You guys are looking for a new home for it. So if you're out there listening and you have a network, buy that shit.
Pick it up.
Yeah, we're feeling great about people tweeting
Yeah,
using the
keep tweeting that.
hashtag Take
Yep.
My Wife. That's
Hashtag
been
Take My Wife.
that's been
certainly.
pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yep.
and fun.
Do like a ska band and pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Yes, please. All right, Mike, the janitor. You picking up trash anywhere? out there?
I'll be picking up trash at a town near you. I am going to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, PA,
Wait,
on my trash tour.
are you on a back? Are you doing the exact opposite tour of them?
That's exactly
or
right. We are going to crisscross
gonna
the country.
Meet in the middle,
We're gonna
just
meet
like
in the middle,
Brad Pitt and
and I will pick up their trash.
Benjamin Button and what's her name?
Yeah, Benjamin Button. What's her name?
Yeah, you don't know about this, Gary Urbansky, but you
Nope.
did mention
I
it.
weirdly
I straight up
referenced it
cannot
earlier,
believe
know?
you just what's her named Kate Blanchett. Do you need me to loan you
I
my
love-
17 copies of Carol?
I loved her in Titanic.
I could have told you she was in Carol.
Titanic, that's it for me. Nothing more.
Let me say the biggest movie of 1997. Let me tell you this. Trichophagia is the term for eating hair. Trichophagia.
Trichophagia. Very good. Thank you so
Specifically,
much.
Pike thinks it's dirt.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you're plugging.
Gary.
Not correcting, just helping.
No, I appreciate it.
Mansplaining trichno.
If you need me to mansplain trichophagia, I'm your guy.
Do you have anything else to plug? I would imagine that there's.
Well, you know what? If I could get serious for a second.
Please, yeah. We've all gone around saying our funny little
I
truths.
spoke my funny little truth, but
Yeah.
I want to tell you about this TV show. Unlike our friend Gary here, I do enjoy screens.
Sure. What about
On the top-
door screens?
Door screens?
Yeah.
Like, like in the front of your house?
Sure.
So it's
Anywhere, really. It could be your
summertime. Hey,
porch,
let's open the front door. We'll have the door screen.
Sure. Get some air in here. But we don't want flies to come in here.
Don't want flies. I would like to talk to you about a show. It's also on the CISO network. It's not the show that killed CISO, but
Darn close.
it didn't help. It's a show called Bajillion Dollar Properties. It's a very funny show.
Oh, I like that show.
And it also, much like Take My Wife, has a season that is unaired, all ready to go. And it's a very funny show, and it's looking for a home. So if you want to, tweet your local
Grocer?
your local platforms.
Only local. Like-
if you live near the headquarters of Hulu or Netflix or whatever, tweet them locally.
I thought I saw Netflix right across the street there. Should we all go over there?
Yeah, we may as well.
It's not far. Let people know. Use the hashtag BuyJillion, BuyJillion.
But I heard something interesting about this show.
Oh, did you really?
Which is very exciting, which is that starting tomorrow, when we get back, everyone gets back from Labor Day, you can now, if you're in the United States of America and Canada, you can buy this show on iTunes.
The devil, you say?
The first 3 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's great news.
Because all we've heard about from people from Canada is like, why won't you show it in Canada? Why won't you show it in Canada? Hey, Canada, shut the fuck up.
oh, now, Mr. Aukerman, it sounds like they just wanted to see a good
That's.
show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just get. I just get a little heated.
Who could get annoyed by that?
Yeah.
But put your money where.
I mean,
your-
what did it happen? Like once somebody said it?
Put your money where your fucking mouth is, Canadians.
There you go.
And buy this show. For the first 3 seasons are on iTunes.
There you go.
Tuesday. So buy it up.
It's a funny show. I'm going to buy it myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It
Why
sounds
not?
great. Do you think I could call one of you guys, have you describe it to me over the phone or something?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, sounds amazing. Thank you so much.
I got to admit, at a certain point, I'm probably going to stop describing and just hold the phone up to the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Is that acceptable?
I
Yeah.
hope it's during our episode. We were on that show.
Yeah, you were
It's
on
true.
that show, yeah, in season 2, perhaps.
Sounds good.
That's where I know you from.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you been trying to place them?
Been trying to play some.
Yeah, you weren't at the same baseball game then, because that's maybe the only other place you would have seen them.
Well, I was. I mean, a baseball stadium is a pretty big place, and I was in my
Right.
baseball seat, and
Wait, were you eating peanuts in the shell with your significant other, your wife?
that's right.
Your wife, June.
And
Oh no, June is your former
is my
wife.
former wife.
I'm sorry. What is your current wife's name?
I better not tell you now, as the Magic 8 Ball says.
That's a good point. Always live as the Magic 8 Ball does.
So
what I
many
say.
wisdoms can be beheld coming up through that blue fluid.
Oh my goodness. I want to say, hey, this weekend, the Comedy Bang Bang at the Now Hear This Festival, you can still get tickets, I think, which is insane. We got a really exciting show with a lot of special guests this weekend. Comedy Bang Bang is on Saturday the 9th, but you can get tickets for all 3 days or individual day tickets, whatever you like. A lot of great podcasts out there at the Now Hear This Festival. Go to nowhearthisfest.com and you can get tickets, and we got a really fun one coming up this Saturday. Gary, what do you have to plug here?
Well, if you're in the Napa Valley, please come by Pace Picante Salsa Medium, the winery. We're right there off of Silverado Trail, so right next to Rutherford. And other than that, there's a show that someone described to me that sounded pretty good. It's coming out on BET, my favorite network, because look at me.
I don't know. What am I looking at?
You're looking at a man who loves to watch the Black Entertainment Television Network, obviously.
Is that what that stands for?
I have trouble with acronyms, but yeah. Judging
okay.
by the fact that Kevin Hart is never off the channel, I'm assuming that's what it stands for.
It's kind of racist to say just because Kevin Hart's in something that it's...
You said it, not me, man. It's called The Comedy Get Down, and I'm told it comes out October 12th. They got a lot of cool people. George Lopez, Cedric the Entertainer, Eddie Griffin, the late, great Charlie Murphy, gone but not forgotten, and D.L. Hughley. Everybody's in that. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's coming out. And then I also... I love music, because that's not a screen. So there's this band. Boom, boom. Okay. Now what? It's called The Four Lost Souls. September 22nd.
Wait, what are you saying?
September 22nd, an album that this band called Four Lost Souls has John Lakeford, Tawny Newsome. They recorded in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. That's
Legendary Muscle Shoals.
Connie is who I was talking about earlier.
Oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan.
Of her music.
Of her music. Not of
she's-
her comedy, because sometimes she starts talking and doesn't know how the sentence is going to end, and I find that tedious.
We watched the Chris Gaines Behind the Music with our friend Tawny. That's who I'm talking
And she
about.
recorded an album in Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, with David Hood and Randy McCormick, the original Swampers.
Right, yeah. I've seen the documentary about that
I don't know
place.
what you're referring
Oh, okay.
to.
There's a documentary about that. It's tinier than you would think, but
It's a
legendary
documentary?
studio. Yeah, it's
It's not a regular sized documentary?
no. They shot it. It's almost Lilliputian. Yeah, they wanted to match the sides.
Oh, sure.
For the documentary.
If it's small enough, I don't have to look at too big of a screen. I might check that out.
Is that the problem? Is the
too
screen?
big.
Oh well, screens are getting smaller and smaller. People are watching things on their phones now.
All right, I could check that out. I can do
Cell
it on like a
phones.
Motorola Razr.
Cell phones. Like cell phones with screens.
Although they used to have mobisodes.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, you're always holding our feet to the fire about mobisodes.
Well, I think they're making a comeback.
Okay, let's close up the old plug bag.
Talk about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags.
All right, guys. I want to thank our guests, Cameron and Rhea. Good luck on that tour. Good luck with whatever's going downtown in your intestinal. During that tour.
Thanks so much.
When people see you, do you want people to imagine your trials and tribulations in that area?
I mean, I wouldn't have brought it up on a podcast if I didn't want the whole world to know.
We're calling the tour Tract to Tract now.
Oh.
And
Well, you know what? If you guys human centipeded, you could save yourselves a lot of time and trouble.
boy, how many times have I heard that?
Do you mean just between two people so we're in a full circle? Oh, no. I have to stop saying what I'm saying.
Mike, I want to thank you so much. We didn't even get into your relationship and how it's going. And,
No, we sure didn't. We didn't get
and-
into any sort of thing like that at all. I just kind of hung out.
Atherton Witherflower.
That's right. The guy that I did the life swap with.
Life swap, wife
Yeah,
swap. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Quickly, is anything happening with him? or-
Same. He's still with my former wife, June.
June, yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
they seem to be making a go of it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. And how's your marriage going?
It's fine. It's very cordial.
Yeah.
It's very cordial.
Yeah.
We don't. We have sex very rarely. I think we.
What's rarely for you?
It's like once a day.
Well,
And we shake hands afterwards, and then we live our own lives.
Yeah.
We actually make a cordial at the winery.
Oh,
It's like
what's
a
in
little
it?
Sweet. It's basically
A
all
sweet
the same
wine?
ingredients, but it's a little thicker, and we put it in a can that says Hunts.
Gary,
Wait, does it say Goodwill Hunts?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Gary, very quickly, what do you when you stop it on the tomatoes?
What?
When you stop it on tomatoes, what does it sound like again?
Okay. All right. No, we don't need to hear that. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening. And remember, when you're trying to get from point A to point B, a lot of times all of your energy is spent on simply making it there. So Delta offers every type of entertainment for every passenger free with Delta Studio. Delta Studio grants you access to over 1,000 hours of entertainment, all from your seat back or your own device, 100% free. Choose from podcasts, games, television, and up to 300 movies. You even get access to HBO, Showtime, and 18 channels of live satellite TV on select flights. It's all streamable on your laptop, iPhone, iPad, or Android tablet device via the GoGo Entertainment app. So buckle up, relax, and delve into another world as you soar above your own. With endless entertainment from Delta Studio, your journey is sure to fly by.
From the right, I'm Mark Hard.
And from the left, I'm Peter.
And I want you to come and listen to Hard Nation.
We'll be talking to all the most interesting personalities from the news and pop culture,
including Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, team. How are we going to make exotic pets legal in California?
Sean Spicer.
Once Trump put me in a headlock, give me a noogie, he'd be like, this is what the liberals want to do, and I'd laugh.
And former presidential candidate Jill Stein.
Oh, brother. Things are getting rough out there.
Now, the wonderful thing about Hard Nation is you don't need to know anything about politics to listen to this show.
And frequently, neither do our guests. Subscribe to Hard Nation wherever you get your podcast. The podcatcher of your choice is language I've heard.
Make America hard again.
Oh, don't do that.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.